Welcome to Tetris Tuesdays at 10. I know it's only 9:58, but I figured after what happened last week, I owed you a couple minutes at least. And I'm happy to report that none of the issues that were plaguing me last week have seemed to return. So we can narrow that down to, as I thought, probably Comcast or YouTube to some extent. So we're back. All lights are green. And since that's the good news, maybe we continue with a bit of bad news. So, happy holidays. This is not a traditional stream. I think if we were going strictly chronologically, we'd be looking at TGM 3, Tetris Grandmaster 3, Terror Instinct, I believe is what it is. But we're going to take a detour this week for the holidays. Last year, which I think was the only year I've been doing this, I must have started sometime after Christmas the first year. Tuesday fell on a Christmas Eve, I'm pretty sure, and it was like I probably shouldn't do anything like a normal person, but I did anyways, because also it was lining up with Tetris for the NES, which was the game that kind of started it all for me. So I thought, oh, wouldn't that be fitting? Wouldn't it be a nice Christmas if I just streamed that one, if that was the one? And I did, and I tried, and I got stuck trying to do the mode that I probably should have started with, and then my camera died, and then I was not excited about the process by the end of it. So I don't know why I'm telling you this, because I'd really prefer that nobody went and found that. But I thought as a way of reclaiming the season in terms of Tetris, at the very least, we'd play the one again that kind of got this all started for me. This is not the one. I sold my Nintendo Entertainment System along with my own childhood copy of Tetris, but was able to fix that mistake at some point down the road. But the bit of bad news I wanted to tell you guys about before we went too far. So we're going to be leaving 2004 with next week, which is now 2 days before New Year's. So do I do a stream next week? Who knows? But if I do, it will be on Tetris the Grandmaster 3, which is the one that's up chronologically. I have played it before because I found a cabinet at PAX while I was there this year. But in 2004 especially, it seems, and this is obviously when mobile phones were starting to pop off, so mobile editions of Tetris were also starting to pop off. We've been doing this for a bit, I want to say since at least 2001. So here, let me share this with you. So anywhere you see a G mode, which I've tried to highlight some here in blue, zoom in on that maybe, can I? Shall I? There we go. Yeah, all these, G mode did a lot of the mobile ports. You can see here, these are all G modes. Tetris Battle, Blue DX, Red versus Dragon versus Saru Banana. But when Blue Lava Wireless came along, what happened was that BPS, am I getting smaller now? Okay, anyway. BPS started their own mobile division, and it was Blue Lava Wireless. I don't know like what the things were. BPS, Hank Rogers, however you want to say it, I think still official licensee because it was a separate entity from the Tetris company. They were the ones, basically they took mobile development in-house, as it were, and they were the ones developing for mobile devices. So you got this Tetris, I think it was just called Tetris, but it's marketed by the Blue Lava Wireless here. And then anything else in blue that I've highlighted is another mobile game. And you can see all the Blue Lava Wireless here. Mobile, Tetris 2002, Tetris Cascade, Tetris Deluxe, Net Tetris. So Net Tetris is something a little bit more special. This developer I found, no. Oh, that's why I put these tabs in order. Here's Net Tetris, developed by Com2 US. At least that's what it says in both of these bits. Oh, Tetris Tournament for Prizes was another Blue Lava wireless thing. It seemed like it had some sort of a live, which was the thing they started doing with mobile games because they already had the kind of the internet or cell service built in. It appears that this Tetris Tournament for Prizes, you could actually compete in some sort. Each day a player with the best percentage wins a prize. No word yet on what the prize is. This is probably coming from some copy somewhere, so not necessarily historically speaking. Anyways, and then this company started doing some stuff. Com2 US, but also SKT. Started with Net Tetris, and then it turned into a bit of a thing with Mission Tetris, or Tetris Mission. 2004, 2005, 6, 8, 9, 10. So somewhat having success with whatever this idea was. Actually, that's not true. I did find, in fact, let me make sure this is going to play you some audio. Actually, I don't know if it is. Hold on. Shy Abby in the chat. Oh, that's a lot of history. Yeah, a bit of bad news. This is the Tetris graveyard portion of the show. I wanted to at least give a little bit of screen time to the ones that were and are kind of never again. Like I found, and I'm going to show you a video I found on YouTube with one of these on there. But that's like even that video is, like appropriately 20 years old or whatever it is, 18 years old, I think it is. Just trying to make sure that you have the audio in here. Here we go. Let me turn that down. I'm going to make a guess at it. So yeah, here's some video of a Tetris mission that I found. Oh, this is a Korean. This is where some of the Korean games started to come in as well, by the way. Anyway, probably better off that I'm not trying to stream that in one way or another. Although I would try. That's from 2008, so this would be Tetris Mission 2008, right? As we saw. Sorry, I got something. I should talk to more people myself before I try to talk into a microphone in the morning. So that's what I could find of Tetris Mission. And then, get this. So Tetris Twin is one of two games. The other is here in pink. These two in pink. Tetris for Plus E. The Twin also ran on a Plus E. Shy in the chat. Didn't South Korea have a televised versus Tetris tournament? Ooh, I was unaware of that. There's one more Korean Tetris I'm going to talk about here in a few that I thought was interesting, but I hadn't run into that one yet. Which, if it's on TV, you would imagine it's officially licensed, so it would be on this list somewhere. Not for 2004, not for 2005, is what I can tell you. I haven't looked into 2006 and beyond just yet, but I'll tell you what I can do. Clear my throat on the mic once more, but let's see if I can... All the Korean entries. Tetris Mission 2006, Tetris Mission 2008, Tetris Hangame is the one we're going to talk about, 2009, 2010. Tetris the Star, maybe? It's got a red bit here, so I can't tell you where that goes. Would have been in 2013, which kind of sounds like about the right time for when that thing would have been popping up too. And that's actually it for Korean Tetrises. So that could be it. Tetris the Star. Well, looking forward to looking up whatever that's about. I need a cough button on my microphone is what I need. Okay, but Tetris Plus E and Tetris Twin were made for, okay, so before I tell you what it was made for, this is how I found out about it 2 years later for Puyo Puyo Tetris. Ooh, really? Wow. Oh, that's true, actually. We are getting into the Xbox 360 Tetrises. Actually, Puyo Puyo was for the one, that's right. Anyways, we're getting into Xbox Tetrises where, like, I played at the time. And I did find, and I think we talked about this already, Shy, Grandmaster Ace? Yes. And I looked it all up. It is region locked. I'm getting ahead of myself, but you'll be interested in this. So I would need a Japanese Xbox to play it, but I started doing this all at like 1 a.m. last night and then was like, this is not what I'm playing for this week, so why am I doing this at 1 a.m.? But I've been digging around into Xbox 360 emulation. So I'm early on in that. I don't know if it's going to run on because I have to emulate Windows that then emulates the Xbox. And the closer we get to current gen, obviously the harder of a prospect that is for hardware and software for that matter. So I have a copy of TGM Ace and an Xbox 360 emulator, but I don't know how it's going to go. TGM Ace will be hard to get your hands on if you aren't planning on. You know what I mean. Yes. This was just an archival download, let's say. People interested in preserving the past. Unlike, because I was reading up some other stuff, TGM Ace is region locked, but as of Xbox One and beyond, Xboxes aren't region specific anymore. So if they wanted, they could make TGM Ace backwards compatible and it would play on a 1 or an X or whatever I forget what their backwards compatibility layer is called. It has like a code name or something like that. They could make it run on that just fine on the hardware I have now. So if they're not going to preserve it, I will, right? Anywho, check this out. Tetris Twin was made. Oh, and the reason I know about it is because I found this confidential document on archive.org. And if you go to page 35, which it says March. So did they make like a confidential Tetris document every month? I don't know. Very interested in this, and also how BPS, it's confidential as to BPS. So curious how it got into the wild. But on 35, number 18 on the list, which check this is like there's quite a few here that explain quote unquote variant Tetrises. So pretty good historical document for sure, because there's no way that I found as of now, again, walking through the Tetris graveyard here, to emulate Tetris Twin or Tetris for the Plus E. Originally designed for Japanese restaurants for customers while they wait for their food. This is a single or two-player game that only allows gameplay by touching the screen. So super cool disease spreader too, I'm sure. Shy in the chat, I don't know about every month, but I'm aware they updated the guidelines a couple of times. For sure, Tetris guideline. Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe this wasn't a document before guideline existed, right? Because there was no such thing as a variant from a guideline. So yeah, good point. And at this rate, I mean, yeah, if you look at 2004, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 entries in 2004 alone. Maybe that's why it's confidential, because it was pulling in maybe future variants as well. They're not releasing games at the clip that they're in this manual, so it probably was a live document at the time, obviously. Yes, touchscreen Tetris, here we go. Are you ready? I've got a picture of the Plus E And don't worry, I've translated it by way of Google Translate. This is it right here. Let me get you a better look at that. So that was the plus E. And this, again, this is in 2004. I feel like the States didn't start getting these like computers on the restaurant table until much later than I know anyways. Shy, BRB. All right, we will be here. But that's the plus E, Gusto, whatever. I don't know. Gusto's not part of it, but that's funny that that's there. And again, don't worry. I've translated this by way of Google Translate. Let me just fill you in. Plus E, parentheses, plus capital E, is a former Japanese multimedia terminal. The committee recommends that the state party take all necessary measures to ensure that all children are provided with adequate housing, adequate housing, adequate housing, adequate housing, adequate housing, and adequate housing. Translation was a bust as far as that goes. Oh wait, no, the E in plus E is entertainment. There you go. That's some valuable information at the very least. And E, enjoy. Okay, E, excite. All right, so they just, okay, it had multiple connotations, including excellent. Like how it adds one more. The committee recommends that the state party take all necessary measures to ensure that all children are provided with adequate housing. Oh God, this is word for word, the same statement. Oh, interesting. No idea what was going on with the translator there. Anyway, that's that particular graveyard, the plus E. I can't imagine those are still up and running at any commercial establishment. Again, this would have had to be the purview of a preserver, somebody actively seeking. Would these things even end up in the hands? You would have to go out, because this is the type of stuff. I worked in the restaurant industry for long enough to know you don't keep anything, because also it gets used to death. So would be very surprised if a plus E terminal still exists somewhere, somehow. I think Japan would be the place for that to happen. I feel like they've been I don't know, actually. Are they better at preserving their history? Feel like they are, or I just feel like we're especially bad at it. I don't know. Anywho, that was that. The last Tetris graveyard I'm going to mention, member of the Tetris graveyard, I should say, is Tetris Hangame, a Korean game, like I said, which sounds really interesting. I don't know what it means that no ARE, no ARE, no IRS, no IHS is present at all. No garbage countering and line clear delay. There is T-spin recognition. Delayed auto shift is 1/2, but not customizable. I think we're to the point where I'm just rattling off jargon in such a way that this is not going to be super understandable to most people. But maybe the most interesting about this, and why I think it's probably dead, is that it was an official online Tetris game for Microsoft Windows 2000 XP Vista. For residents of Korea, requires a Korean social security number and Korean telephone number to confirm registration. Would not put it past this being cracked somewhere, somehow. I could not find an instance of it. Here's a picture. It does look like it has maybe some sort of online component, like they are playing. Can't imagine this would be just a computer that they're playing over here with the medals and stuff like that. So it looks interesting, and I would like to play it. So if anybody knows, give me a heads up, because for now it's just, again, part of the Tetris graveyard as far as I can tell. Which brings us to, no, it doesn't bring us to that. That is not part of the Tetris graveyard. I'll tell you what it brings us to. This week's game. That was it. That was the stroll down not memory lane that I thought I'd give you guys. Like I said, for this week, I'm just going to take it easy. This is not an official mainline. It is. I gave it a number and everything. Episode of Tetris Tuesday. So that was all just fun and games for me. Again, that's what this is. This one's for me. Shy is back. Nice cartridge, right? Again, not the one that I wish it was, which was the one that I had when I was a kid. This was, what was I looking to do? I feel like I had a mission in mind. It might have been when I was close to picking up the analog NT Noir, which is what I'm going to emulate FPGA emulate this on. It takes the carts, which is why I've busted it out rather than the analog pocket. So we are going to play this off the actual cart. Tetris Tuesday spinoff. It was, if anything, it was a proto Tetris Tuesday where, because at some point I was like, I sold my NES Tetris. I think probably, actually, you know what? No. I lost. I don't know what happened. I was never able to relocate my Nintendo Entertainment System at my parents' house. So, I don't know. But with it, I remember putting it all in a box when I organized their garage, maybe before 2000. But I could never find that box again. So I don't know exactly what happened to it. I'm pretty sure I didn't sell it. I did sell my N64, and I don't think I sold my Super Nintendo. Anyway, couldn't find it. So I did not sell my Super Nintendo. It's right over there. I just remembered. But I looked up on Craigslist, literally found this guy that was selling like a lot, which I feel like if I had found him nowadays, it would have been a ton. Like, yeah, I can kind of show you. Actually, if you go watch the intro to A Game in the Life, I'm kind of digging through that box for a second. But what the heck, right? It 'tis the season. So I'm not going to take these all out, but obviously you can see, so it was quite a lot of a lot. That whole side isn't full, but so there you go. Anyway, he was selling that for a really good price. Like, I don't think I would have paid, like, it was like $100 or something, close to $100, which is insane for that pile. A lot of them not hardcore collectible, but like Mega Man 2 is in there, River City Ransom, which is what I was really looking for. There's nowadays, again, like I said, Super Mario 3 actually is not a collectible because there's so many of them, but yeah. That's a lot of entertainment, bang for your buck, hopefully. Yeah, and for a kid that, I never owned that many Nintendo Entertainment System games. Like, I got like one game a year for Christmas, pretty much is what it was. We rented a lot of games, but never owned that many in my entire life. So yeah, there was a bit of it that was like, hey, this is kind of what I always wanted in some way. A lot of Nintendo Entertainment System games. I think maybe by time we were done with that system, because we did get the Super Nintendo. That's how it would work. One game every year for Christmas, and then if the new system was out, we got that system for Christmas. Thanks, Mom. But by the time we were done with that, we probably had like, it was under 10, maybe 10 Nintendo Entertainment System games. So, because yes, Shy, speaking of bang for your buck, that was how you played games back then. That's how I played games back then. Like, I could tell you backwards, every game that I did own, I could tell you backwards and forwards, like in my sleep, how to complete every single nook and cranny of every single one of those. So anyway, Tetris was obviously one of those. So this is kind of where it all began for me. So we're going to put the cart in and do it again, if everything cooperates. Any sketches or hitches, skips? Shy? I was having some real issues last week. Why aren't you turning on? There we go. Okay. Oh. And I am going to run the cartridge. I do have this dumped. Like, if I go to Cores, NES, copy NES. Like these are all of those carts I just showed you dumped onto this particular SD card that's in the analog. So again, if I wanted to, I could just play it that way, but I'm not going to. We are going to run the cartridge. Sometimes it doesn't connect perfectly the first time around, so give me a second. You can go back and forth about how to play NES Tetris well, but rotating the other way is difficult. No offense ever taken. I'm well aware of my skill. And in making sure this worked, I did experiment with rotating both ways, I'll have you know. What do you mean by go back and forth about how to play NES Tetris? Do explain. Yeah, I don't think the cart got in perfectly. All right, hold on. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a funny color. That's what you said. Is that what I said? I don't remember what I meant when I said that. No, yeah, hold on. Oh, didn't mean to shut it all the way off. I got it on the first try yesterday. I'm so paranoid about taking the cartridge out. I can go back and forth about the nooks and crannies. Oh, got you. Yes. Okay. Yes, to every NES Tetris game because I own them and I play them to death. Keep in mind, that is from a, how old would I have been when this came out in '89? So I would have been 10 years old. So in a 10-year-old type way, I know all the nooks and crannies. I never got, like adult good at Tetris when I was young. I'm not adult good at Tetris right now. So, old habits and all that. Okay, running the cartridge. Okay, there we go. It makes that statement makes more sense when you think about like Zelda or something like that. Like I could tell you about all the secrets in Zelda. I can't tell you about how to, although I'm trying to remember if when I was young, I was able to beat. No, I wasn't able to beat the. So this is what I got stuck doing. Old habits of only rotating one way dies hard. You got it, my friend. So this is what I meant by I got stuck. So last time I went through all the modes and the music and stuff like that, and I really should have just started on B-type because of what I really like to see. And we'll start with some music, although the way, you know what? No, we won't. Forget it. I've already played this before, and technically music off is how I ended up playing this because I don't like when it goes fast. It makes me nervous and I mess up, or at least it did when I was young. The secrets, collectibles, and exploring type of nooks and crannies. Yeah. I mean, some of it, again, probably crosses over to Tetris, just not in some of those high-level play type ways. It's got a weird glitch going on where this thing isn't flashing sometimes. Huh. That might be a symptom of the refresh. The capture card's bringing it in at 60. I'm streaming at 30. Anyway. I started talking about this. Music 3 is nice for B-type. It is. You're right, actually. It's the least stressful type of music. You're not wrong. I think if I were to choose any, it would be that. We're going to play a few of these, so maybe we go back and we give it a shot. I don't know. We'll see. What I don't think I was able to do when I was young was, because you get a end screen for each of these that you complete in B-type. So 0, height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each has a different thing that flies across the screen. And then depending on what level you start on, a different thing flies across the screen. So there are similar things in marathon mode, I believe. Boy, it's been a while. I don't think I completed them when I was young. So I want to see what these all are, because this is what I really got interested into. This is also where, you know, if you ever see me play a Tetris and I'm like, oh man, no win screen when I complete whatever, it's because of this game. It's because this one gives me a win screen. And no hard drop either is going to be kind of the hardest thing to get used to here, or hold. Going back to pre-guideline here. Also, I've noticed it doesn't carry over. Like if I'm pressing down, I can't just continue to press down and the second piece will keep coming. So, getting used to some. Nope, that's... Also, the RNG has not been kind to me already. Look at this. 3 of those in a row. Gotta love it. No eyepiece to speak of. Wow, how did I live back then? Good gosh. I need to start. I need to not go for Tetrises is what I need to do. Shy, BRB. Here come the eyepieces. Interesting. We can almost make that work. I don't know that I've ever done a T-spin on this version of the game, so that could be fun. Why? Only got 2 lines left. There we go. The fly. Right? That would be some sort of a fly. A bug. Yeah, that's got to be the refresh rate, I think, was affecting that too. That's interesting. I can change it back to... It defaulted to 59.94. But the capture card says it's coming in at 60 even. First place! I'm not going to bother because we'll be there a few times. So, now we try level 0, height 1. Again, I should really be less concerned with Tetrises because it's all about clearing lines, really. No wall kicks. Just remembered. Because I tried to do it. I forget the scoring nuances of this game, actually. This version, I should say. That doesn't go anywhere. One line to go. Oh, 2 flies. I'm like, also the fly? No, 2 flies. Sounds like a bigger issue than 1 fly, honestly. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? I have this set up to loop through, and I'm still just playing it off the stream. Like a rube! Ah, worry about it when stuff starts going fast. Height 2. Tetris! At least 1 Tetris per Tuesday. That's my promise to you. Oh, no. Oh, wait, here we go. See if I can fix that. I can. Temporarily. Boy, after some of the more recent Tetrises I've been playing, this is not as smooth as I remember. Some of it might be the controller too. Playing with a legitimately... Oh gosh, how old would this be now? 40-year-old controller. 3 flies! Is that how it goes? Is it just... Like, is this going to be 4 flies now? Or do we... Oh, that was close. Ah, the towers are back. Remember when we used to make S towers and O towers? Okay, it's a little empty without the music. Welcome to this week's Tetris Tuesday. Can I just play some Tetris in silence? I'll turn on the music after this one. Shy's right. We'll start with 3. One fly. 2 flies. 3, 4 flies. Some would say too many flies. I mean, if I was in a room with 4 flies, yeah, I guess probably wouldn't be very happy. You gotta love B mode for just like wanna fill in the gaps for a while. Wanna clean up all this garbage. Here you go. Here's B mode. Oh, too fast. Where's my family, you say? That's a good reason not to stream a Tetris on the day before Christmas Eve. They're out playing volleyball anyway, so that was kind of part of it. I was like, well, sit alone in the house, which valid way to spend your morning, afternoon, and evening. But no, I figured why not hang out with 5 flies? I was gonna say 4 again? Really skimping here. 5 flies, just taxing. If that's gonna be how this is, we might be able to skip to the end if it's just multiples. At some point I'm going to have to start worrying about where I'm putting these. I do remember the colors of every level being a big thing. Like, I feel like brown was like, I hardly ever saw the brown colored level. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Seems the placement of the... and 6. Seems the placement of the flies is not changing either. It's not procedurally generated flies. Okay, let's see here. Let's try 1, 5, and then we can just see if that's the thing. If it's 5 of something, then I think we'll just do the level 5s. At one point I probably had this all memorized, right? Again, like I said, for the 10 games that I did own. Probably used to know what was coming for each and every one. And I feel like death is coming if it doesn't give me something like, okay, there we go. Different colors are kind of messing with me now. It's not the piece I expect it to be. That's what Guideline has done to us all. Yep. Doves. Okay, so we'll just try the 5s then. It's just going to multiply the number of things. Oh boy. There we go. That's kind of something. I might be able to do a little something there. Nope. Misread that. There we go. Penguins! They should have been flying. I know they don't fly, but that would have been just the touch. Oh, I wonder if these are on a loop. No, he was just late. That was the behind penguin. Shouldn't put that. Okay, good. I got another chance. And another chance. Uh-oh. Shoot! No! At least I died quickly. No lock delay. I mean, aside from the time it takes a piece to descend. Oh, that just unlocked something in my memory. There's sometimes the audio doesn't complete. Oh, nope. That did not fully rotate. Like right there. There it does. It's probably because I moved the following piece quickly enough. No, I didn't move it at all that time. Interesting. Whoa! Flying saucers. Now things are getting interesting. Four. I don't know how far I'm gonna get. I have completed the final level. It's really just managed chaos, and yeah, it's, if you watch the stream, then I keep telling you not to watch. It's just managed chaos, like the spawn, for me anyways, the spawn has to happen in the right place at the right time, and you just kind of gotta make enough connections. It's really well balanced, like the amount that you can do seems pretty well thought out. I think when I was a kid it felt pretty impossible, but it's like just fast enough that you can manage it, and it is a super big challenge, and you will have to restart multiple times, again for me at least, but it doesn't feel impossible, and it feels like an achievement when you do complete it. I should probably put that over there. Waited too long. Nope, I got a line. Okay, we're good. Oh, I misread that. Okay. Oh, come on. No. All I need is a line. Not gonna die. I will not die. I might die. I died. Yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be this hard already. For me, that is. Again, game-wise, I think it's balanced really well. Player-wise, actual Tetris skill level of the player, not balanced that well. Okay, all right. We're gonna rotate both ways. I know, big talk, right? And there we go. Pterodactyls. Can't tell if we're going backwards or forwards in time at this point. Okay. 5. Oh boy. No. Yep. Getting a little bit of a taste for what the later levels are like. Which maybe it's time to switch to the loop through. This is going to darken my face up a little bit, but lighten up my demeanor. There we go. Oh yes, much better. So that was the problem then. Playing the game through the stream. That's too bad. Because I don't think I realized that last time. Oh! That was a misdrop. I might switch controllers too. Oh, gross. Don't like that. It's not going to give me a line. Doesn't matter. I might be okay. I just got to remember to press harder on the buttons. For the most part, the controller works good. It is, again, literally an original Nintendo Entertainment System controller. Yeah, why make it harder on myself? I will switch controllers. Good! I think I totally forgot the good blimps. Alright, hold on, let me get the other controller. The 8-bit do? Anybody really know? mess up the game when it doesn't matter, I guess. No. So go back. Anytime I said the game was sluggish, pretty much just blame me. If you would, please. Oh, that did it. It's okay. Reset. You know, it's like if you were playing and you accidentally bumped it. Oh no, why aren't you working? Well, that's disappointing. Does this not work hardwired? Really? You think it would? Alright, well, at the very least that might have to charge. And then maybe I can connect it wirelessly. Still seems strange that Bluetooth would be the only option there, but... Oh, or the cable is not good, but no, that's should be a good cable. Oh, maybe, no, because it's not even, I was going to say maybe we have to reset the game. Maybe we have to reset the console. One more time, everybody. Shy in the chat, going to sleep early tonight, feeling unwell. Have a good one. You too, Shy. Feel better. Heck of a startup. I'll give it that much. Nope, really does not want... Alright, well, just in case batteries are the issue, because I haven't used it for a few, I'm going to leave it charging, and we will continue with the original controller for now, once I plug it back in. Okay, I believe we're on level 6. Am I right? In honor of Shayabi, Music 3. Oh yes, height 5. It's already annoying. Oh, that was close. So it's not like I rarely chose this music when I did choose music. And again, most of the time I was just going no music to avoid the speedy music. But it's not a bad song. It is very chill, that's for sure. There we go. Ostriches. Well, that's right, they do get larger, although ostriches are not larger than a blimp, necessarily. Alright, 7. Okay, that's enough of those. This is where we have to really start worrying about, like, whether or not it started me with, like, whether or not I had a good enough start to... No, not that. Oh, yeah, this is not looking particularly wonderful. Glasses might help, I don't know. I should be better at like cutting my losses on some of these than I was. You know, before, if the RNG handed me a crappy piece, I think I used to fall apart a lot faster. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. This is where rotating both directions sure would come in handy, right? Definitely turning the music off after this one. Can I make it? I made it. Should be looking farther ahead. Might have chosen differently right then. Ah, no, not what I had in mind. Oh, I don't know about this. Was going so well. Speaking of having forgotten, I probably did some of these for Tetris Tuesday, even when I streamed it, and then still don't remember what the animations or windscreens were. I think I skipped ahead to trying the hardest level, so that probably didn't help. Aw, man. Thought I had a good start, actually. Still trying to hard drop. Okay. Okay, now we're looking good. Right? There we go. Dragons. No fire breathing. All right, level 8. Don't love where this is going immediately. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. There we go. Everybody tell Shy I rotated both ways right then. Or the other way, at least. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so I've really got to lean on the... This is something. Oh boy. Oh, can I make it? No, I cannot. This is what, that was what Hank Rogers was talking about. At certain levels, you cease to be able to get the lines over to the side, the eyepieces over to the side, so you need to be making Tetrises in the center of the screen, which is certainly something I am no good at, so. Let the pieces breathe. Take your time. Oh boy. Give me something else. There we go. Shoot. Two lines to go. There we go. Heyo! The Space Shuttle. Which was huge in the 80s. Never forget. I had a space shuttle transformer. I had a space shuttle, I think just straight up like toy. You know, when they just made toys. It wasn't like a licensed thing. Okay, here we go. If I remember correctly, and I hope I don't, this was what I got stuck on trying to complete last time I did this madness. Oh, yeah. Shouldn't have rotated back on that one. Nope, shouldn't have done that either. Wow. What an interesting way to die. Rotated both directions. Oh, I couldn't even make the L piece in time on that one. Yeah. Nope. No, man, you gotta hit it right on. There is no room for adjustment moves, or whatever they're actually called. Oh, that was close. Oh boy, that was also close. I feel like I've just ended it. Yep, there's no way I'm getting over there now. Even that's a stretch. And yep, that's not gonna happen. Well, that's a decent start over there. Oh no, I meant to go the other way. Oh, and I didn't recover. Nope. 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 Sometimes you have a bad game in between the good ones. It's just a little cleanser. Also, sometimes most of your games are bad. Ooh, that was something. Oh, that was not. Dang it. I blame the pieces on that one. Oh, I was hoping that would give me. It did not. Nah. Misread that piece. Thought it was an L. It was a J. Alright, this appears to be a good start. Get over! Felt like a good start. So I made it over, but I don't... There's nothing after that. Dang it. Couldn't even make that one over. I might have had to lean on the piece a little bit more. Let's see if I can get this 8-bit dough connected now. If it needed to charge, it's definitely been charging enough now. Trying not that it matters, but hit the controller or the cartridge. Nope, still not. So let's try and pair the stupid thing. Oh, I forgot. Really? Wow. So we're not going to do that. I forgot the N30 has a wireless receiver. Like it's like old school wireless. Like you plug in the dongle to sync it up. Like it's a bumped the cartridge. Like it's a Wavebird or something. So that's not going to work at all. And does it have support for any of the other ones? Let's see if it has support for the Super Nintendo. I don't know why it would, honestly, but stranger things have happened, right? Oh my gosh. Could be more difficult than inserting a USB-A. I touched the thing again, didn't I? Good gosh. What was wrong with that? The Super Nintendo controllers are nice. This would be cool. Nope, not even close. Okay, all right. Looks like we're sticking with the old school. Why is this so hard? It's even harder to get out. Jeez. Okay, learned my lesson. Here we go. Oh, shoot. That was not. Yep, okay. Get over there. Get over. Oh, I wasn't sure it was going to. Oh, that didn't rotate all the way. Oh, that was a decent shot. That was okay. Feeling better about my chances. No, I should have taken it. I don't know why I wouldn't have put it right there. I was just being lazy on that one. Wasn't holding down on it. Thought I had plenty of time. All the time in the world. Oh, dang it. Oh boy, yep. Shouldn't really stack things up in the center. Believe it or not. Like that. That thing I just did right there, shouldn't really do that. Oh, no. Wanted to get over more. Nope. I was trying to put that somewhere else. If only there were some way to look up how to play Tetris. No, I meant what happens when you beat this level. Never been documented. No way to find out. The only way to do it is to do it yourself. If you want something done mediocre, do it yourself. Shouldn't have put that there. Here we go. Not a T-spin. I was kind of hoping it would be, if I'm being honest. I don't think I'm going to have room to put a line there, even if I get it. I don't. Oh, 3 lines in a row. The eyes have it. Oh, come on. I was feeling good about that one. I don't know why. Hi.
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm streaming. The wife says hi. Completely her fault I died. Would have won otherwise. Spouses, blame your... Shouldn't have done that. Karma. No. I don't know where to put these. Well, dang it. I don't have enough to get over. Yeah, I don't know why I even tried. It's not worth doing that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Well, that was probably... Can I even make it? I can't make it. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, boy! Oh, shoot! Why did you go back? Okay, that's enough of those. Oh! Felt like I had enough room for that one. Oh, don't do this to me again. Get over there! I should just be... I gotta put those eyepieces way over to the side. Again, this is not worth it, probably. Get over there! I feel like I have made that before. Nope. That was a good one. Shoot. Shoot. Oh, I got an eyepiece. Oh, it didn't matter because I... So excited I got that eyepiece. Really got me out of a jam. Oh. Nope, couldn't make it over there fast enough. Nope, not the right one. Ah, yeah. It was the right place to put it, but there's no way I could have got there in time. T-spin! shoot. Boo. Shoot! There's no way I can make the line over there. Oh, I made it! To what end? Shoot. The family is home now, obviously, since they came in, so I don't know how much longer this can last. Should last, arguably has lasted longer. Oh, made it. Oh, not that one. Got greedy. Look at me, putting lines all the way to the left and right. Didn't rotate all the way, man. Didn't rotate at all. That one not on me. This 40-year-old controller might not be the way to go. What is this? Yeah, I did pretty good for that garbage. Again, this is going to be a waste. I knew I couldn't make it. Nope. Ah, come on. This is one of those Tetrises, by the way, that has like loads and loads of like super pros and grandmasters and stuff like that, so this is more embarrassing than you think it is my point. Oh, shoot. Can I? Okay, I can. Stay calm. Why did you do that? Oh, shoot. If that had cleared it up for that line, I think that's the best we've done so far, though, right? Oh, come on. Yeah. What? Oh, interesting. It's like as soon as there's a good drop, I just panic. What do I do? No, too far. Should have put that to the right. For some reason I was all focused on the left. Ooh, can I? Nope, already built up too high. Kind of hoping that would have done something. The last second, I realized I could rotate the T in a better way, and I can recover. Probably not going to recover from that. Yep. I don't think I have room. Okay, I do. Barely. Is there room for a line over there? There is. Calmly now. Should have put that elsewhere, but I got a second chance. Not even going to try with that. Probably shouldn't be waiting for a line at all. Not going to. Still not going to. Now I have to. Don't mess it up! Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. All right. That was close. Hey, okay, there we go. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the minarets are rockets. Is this the same? Because marathon mode does, yeah, depending on where you start and how you finish, it also has different endings. I think this is the same as that, it almost looks like. Whatever. We saw it. We did it. Who's I? Did I do that on accident? Alright. Stream complete. We did it. Mission accomplished. I'll take it. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I don't know how much more is going to come out on the channel between now and Christmas. Let's say none, because it probably shouldn't, and I should take a break for gosh sake. But there's always plenty to enjoy there. I tell you one thing that might happen, and since we might shoot some episodes of Chasers, but you won't see those for a few. But we might also do a Lego live stream. I've got a Batmobile from 1966 that has been sitting in a corner for some time. So I don't know. If we feel like hanging out some more in this way, it'll be a live stream. I wouldn't necessarily look for an edited video maybe this week. I know I said I was working on a new episode of Cinematic, but I'm going to take longer to do that. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whichever one it might be. And thanks for hanging out. Thank you for everything you do. Certainly if you're watching this at this point. But if you watch this at any point, and if you watched any video at all, ever, thank you. You can find me on all the good old socials and some of the bad ones. Also, patreon.com/Ryan_runs_ is where you can subscribe. You do get some bonus content. I do some patron-only posts there that are very effusive. If you think these are overly emotional, just wait until you see those posts, because those people mean the world to me. They believe in what I'm trying to do, whatever it might be, and that's it. That's how great they are. So, otherwise, I do also have a Ko-Fi page or coffee page. I don't drink coffee, so well, I drink coffee-flavored things. Does that count? Love the flavor. Not so much into the headaches. You can always tell it's a good stream when I'm at a pain to end it in any way, shape, or form. So, thank you. That's all I'm trying to say. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. That too. And we'll see you next time. And that's all.